Welcome to the CMO Spotlight. And today I'm here with David Reid, who's the Chief Technology and Marketing Officer for NOV.
It's people growth if I'm in my best mind. My job is if I grow people, we don't grow people, but create environments for growth, then that's usually my best work is when I'm able to spot talent. I think understanding the business is everything. I think what you get caught in marketing, and people move around too much in marketing, I think it was very valuable for me to know and understand the technology, the application, the customer. I'd like to personally know it rather than have learned a little bit quickly, but digging deep with people who know and learning was really valuable. And most people are willing to tell you as long as you're not arrogant, which is hard. You just have to go in and say, I'm just here to learn. Listen a lot. It's assessing things. That's the natural marketer, is being able to feel the market, able to feel future things, in what people are saying. Most people don't do a good job of seeing ahead of themselves. And that's really when you're going to be valuable, is if you can be a part of growing the business. Especially when, for me, I take a lot of people out of the box in their thinking, but you have to know the box. If you don't know the language, if you don't do your time in understanding a business, and they're never going to let you take them out of the box, and you earn that. I really love excellence. I love things that are really high value, that really enjoying excellence, but having a kindness around it is the secret, is to have people do their best work and to enjoy that, and then find a place for them where they will, excel. And I love that my long-term people have worked out of that, where they're always kind and positive to each other. They've learned to connect. They don't have to love each other. They do need to understand they're humans. And when that is clear, your efficiency levels go through the roof, pushing forward and enjoying their community and their work, and then everything else works out. It's the fear of getting in trouble is more of a pain than the risk. We need the risk taking. COVID was great for us because it made us have to change really fast. So we went very digital, very live at low cost, which was nice, because it's always messy at first, until we perfected it. But gosh, lots of bad things we did. Not really being close to your market can hurt you to understand, is this effective? And so you try things, and if you're distant, it's too painful. Like using pure metrics doesn't tell you as much as, where does it hit the bottom line? Where are you impacting people? And I think impact to culture and people, where you're seen a certain way, when we do it well, and when you understand the right things to do. In the geothermal business, we've done really well. We've gone from nobody knows us into considered the top, but a lot of it was placing people with great stories up front more than advertising, sponsoring, or so that it was just having that adaptable strategy and delivering and having real results, so that combination of timing. Certainly the worst thing we do is have a disconnect with the business and let their emotions drive launch. When they're not launched, they're not launching, they're just doing their first prototype, but they think it's a launch, and so they line everything up and set expectations to grow a business, and it can be a disaster if your timing is wrong. So actually helping them to understand what's the right time to do the right thing. And then people where they don't let you into their strategy and they call a bad strategy. So learning to have enough voice in a room and enough influence in a room to say, to get people from their emotions. We have a lot of kind of logo damage that happens, where they really want their own logo. We have all these different business units. A few of them keep them, and some are fine. We let them run with theirs. But I always call them crimes of passion, and take pictures and share with our team and go, they're never to blame. They're always trying to do the right thing. The tools didn't have education, didn't have, whatever it is, it's on us. So that's why we call them crimes of passion. It's never you bad people, you did the wrong thing, because that's never who we want to be. So it's more, how can we help you? You've gone down this road, we'd like to make that not happen. So I think being calm on that front, because logo police is the worst nightmare that anyone can deal with, because no one's actually trying to do the wrong thing. They're just excited about the company and trying to express themselves. So it's really helping them to come along. that's what I've learned over time. When I took it over, it was very much a corrective organization and underfunded, understaffed, and everyone was miserable but quiet about that. That we're not really good at this. And so I'd love to change because at least people feel positive about things. So it's nice. We measure ourselves all the time internally for satisfaction. Factory records just destroyed themselves, but I love the art of what they did. Just their based organization that in record album art, they broke all the rules. One record they made, the cost of making the record was more than the money they were going to get out of it because of the sleeve design, and it was their first giant hit, probably put them out of business. But they didn't put words on their stuff. They started to understand subtlety and bring something really powerful, and it was very moving, and it understood the cult of following and that people wanted to know something that was secretive. And I just loved how they inspired with art and drew people in, something that felt very inside and created a movement. So I really liked that.